Alright, we're moving on to the last game of the day. Me versus was game number 3. Again, the exact same thing, and you see you got punished for it this time. Wow. Yep. Boo ball into assist. I just jump, medium shoulder tackle. Then look at that. Vegeta holds that, and you get hit by the beam. It's almost like you shouldn't be falling into that sort of rhythm. Okay, full screen beam into super dash. Okay, I'll respect it. Now that was a very good sequence right there. That was a real. If you waited on that assist call just a little bit, you would have been able to convert. Like you can knock me down, Vegito, and then relaunch, and then relaunch. Yeah, like first of all, always let the second hit of the medium rock. You miscount on that's like 60 damage. I think is minimal, but trust me, optimization, especially with the damage shares, that makes a huge difference in this game. Yeah, second hit, and plus it's a lot better for combos. It's like let the second hit rock because it'll knock them like right here instead of like back here. And then Vegeta says relaunch the blah 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 blah. Now that was a good sequence. You baited me with that right here, but you didn't properly punish on the bait. What was that? Should have 2M 5M into a combo, or 5M 2M 5H into a combo. You had a really good neutral play, but wasn't quite able to capitalize on it. Okay, what are you doing? Wake up, block, guard cancel, nice guard cancel. I was not utilizing my staggers today. That was good. That was really fucking good right there. Nice little setup. Delayed overhead to fake the sound and call me light stagger dragon rush. Beautifully done. Because I'm used to fighting someone else, Game Boy 93, who would do 5L, wait, and then do it again. So that's what that reflex came out. I'm used to fighting him. But nope, the dragon rush was a smart choice. You probably could have killed me right there with a slightly more optimized combo. Like maybe like medium light or light medium light into sword, or maybe 2H into sword, into the kicks, into a vanish, into a grab. That might have killed. Well, this will probably kill. No, it didn't kill. Okay, so if you want to bait a raw tag or a super dash, this is not what you want to do. Because this is very clear. Because I thought you were going to 2M to catch me slipping. This is the worst bait in the history of baits. If there's anything you want to do, you actually want to rush me down to force me if I want to switch, it's to make you spin the bar, and then you know I'm a guard can, so you can just punish that fully. Or don't just sit there. What you want to do is to jump around. You don't want to jump super high up, just like forward dash, back dash, instant air back dash, instead of forward dash. If you're going to super jump, do a fast fall. So that way, if I try to react to you jumping, so say I see you jump or just backdash or instant air backdash. So okay, he's in the air. Boom, swap. But since you instant air backdash, you're going to hit the ground a lot faster, and that can allow you to 2H on reaction. But sitting there, that's not the way to go. That ain't it, Chief. That's why I literally just called in the beam to cover, and then immediately swapped, and then next thing you know, boom, I'm safe. So we're gonna work on them baits. And I probably should talk about it sooner, but if you're very adamant and using Kid Boost Kamehameha, you want to do a tiger knee motion instead of doing it like all the way up here. You can do it like right there. It's going to be a lot better from confront. That was a good dragon rush. Nice dragon rush. But you did fuck up. We're going to have to hit the lab and practice those combos. Stay offline for a little bit. Practice these combos, guys. Work on them, because it doesn't matter if your neutral's good if you don't got a combo to capitalize off of it. You know, like it doesn't matter. You can have the neutral of the like fucking Sonic Fox for all I care. But if you're going to do some optimized shit, do like 2,000 damage, you could have done 5,000 damage, or just drop the combo completely. Let me take all the way in the air. So we're back to playing full screen. Doesn't matter how good your neutral is. Practice these combos. Oh, and I caught you slipping. Nice. Now, normally that would have worked, but you have to wait. Don't do it. Don't do the 2H on reaction. Okay. Now, I did say you could 2H the instant transmission, but you have to wait till he puts his fingers to his head, because that way you can 2H no matter what side he's on, because the 2H will automatically side switch. But if you just mash 2H, it's gonna whiff. You're going to end up in a serious situation like that. And yes, I challenged the fuck out of that. Because saying that the last 2 times you did it, you vanished. I mean, you did vanish. You what's it called? Guard cancel. And I could have reflected right there. So, what you don't know that you will know now is any move in this game, if it's a ki blast, you can reflect afterwards. So if he does ki blast into a vanish, guess what? That vanish can be reflected. I think I tried to reflect here, but I fucked up the input. I think I did it way too early. And I do this all the time, especially with Trunks. I'm telling you right now, if you want an easy way to beat my Trunks, I ki blast into vanish all the time, because the angle and the height, a lot of people don't expect it, but you can reflect the vanish because it's just a ki blast. You can reflect the fuck out of that, anything that comes afterwards. So please do not forget. And look at me waste this meter. I really should not have wasted that meter, especially in 20. Can't be wasting meter in 2019. Meter efficiency is very important. It's very important these days. And the first time he didn't start Boo Ball, probably because he didn't have Vegito's assist. And he beam. Okay, now that's bullshit. But there is a way you can react to stuff like this. I should have seen it come, because this is something I usually block on reaction. Because 1, you dash jump, so your momentum is already higher. 2, you're higher than me, so you're automatically gonna cross up. 3, you're Kid Buu. All your moves give you extremely high horizontal momentum, which is why if you haven't noticed, it's hard to keep people and Kid Buu's it's hard to keep people in a happy birthday with Kid Buu, because the way his moves carry him forward and backward, it's hard to keep them in one spot for the happy birthday. That's why they'll always flip out, or if they flip out easier in the move. Now normally this is something I can react to, but since it's Kid Buu, I wasn't quite ready for it. The momentum of his 5M took him forward. He dash jumped, and that's what put him on the other side. And plus, he was high. He was higher than me. So it's a shitty situation, but that comes with buying the game. That comes with buying and playing Dragon Ball. So it's something that you're gonna have to look out for. If they dash jump towards you, especially if you're lower, if you're below them, chances are they're going to cross you up. It's may not something they're intending to do. I can guarantee you there's not something they're trying to do. That's just how the game does it. But that's something you're gonna have to start looking out for and start to react to it. Now that beam was suspect. That's why I say if you want to start doing Kid Buu beams, it's better to Tiger Knee the Kamehameha. Because there's no reason to throw a beam up here. Why would I be up here? Very rarely am I up here. Trunks has better control of the screen from the ground. So no reason for me to be all the way up here. That's why I threw out my beam to cover, then I just ran at you. That's why I'm able to close the gap so fast. Usually because you're throwing out moves that work online, or you're just doing them at a really bad angle. Right there. If you wanted to call it the Gotenks assist, it would be much better to call it a little bit sooner. Nice. Now that would have worked if you were a little bit better with the confirm. I probably shouldn't have done that. I think that was supposed to be a DSC, but I fucked it up. See, and this is why angle beams are your best friend. And this is what I wasn't trying to tell the show, but I was trying to tell you how to do angle beams, because you can get these weird looking hitboxes like this. Of course, if I did a horizontal beam, that would have gotten the exact same result. But say I was lower to the ground, or he was higher up in the air. If he was still super dashing at me, he would get hit by like this part right here. Like, yeah, it looks shitty, but they can still get hit by that very edge of that hitbox. And especially if it's the last domain. Every beam in the game, or at least not most beams, I don't know how much coolers, I'm pretty sure coolers is 5, but every beam in the game is 5 hits. So always keep that in mind. You kind of visualize the five the 5 hits on blocky, which I was talking about earlier when I was doing Trunks beam into the vanish. How you can reflect the vanish afterwards. You can kind of visually see, okay, this is a long beam. That's about 5 hits that just happened. So that's how you can kind of tell you can reflect or you cannot reflect to see if you're actually jailed or not. Because most beams in the vanish jail. Now this is also a cheeky little setup. It got blown up by the level 3. But if you tag someone with Goku dash 2S, they're forced to block until they hit the ground. It looks kind of, man, it looks like a shitty setup, but they can't do anything. So as soon as they hit the ground, they gotta block. You know, he blocks on all that time, and then I dashed up and he just did a level 3 instead of fucking, you know, respect. Now, I think he was trying to bait sparking. But I got plenty of life left. I have the lead right now. On since person, I have a really huge lead right now. So I'm not gonna burn sparking just yet. So I'm guessing that Wes was trying to bait sparking or something. But I'll say if you're not gonna press the button, then I will. And since Goku does not have a low hitting 2L, his 2L is faster. For most characters in the game, if their 2L does not, I repeat, does not hit low, it's faster. It's usually 6 frames. Like Trunks does not have low hitting 2L, but his 5L is 6 frames and his 2L is 6 frames. It's the same thing for Super Saiyan Goku. But for someone like Goku Blue, who does have a low hitting 2L, his 5L is 6 frames, but his 2L is 7 frames. And take someone look at Android 21 or Android 16, where their standing 5L is 7 frames, but their 2L, which is low hitting, is 8 frames. It's always 1 frame higher. The only exceptions to this rule would be Yamcha. I believe his standing light is 7, I think. That I think his crouching light is 6. Or might be vice versa. I can't really say 100%. But Jiren is also another case. His standing light is 6, but his 2L is 11. It's a fairly lengthy startup, but it scales like a meme, so it does have that trade-off. So that's one thing you keep in mind in trades and in scramble situations. If you have a low hitting 2L, don't use it. It's better to just use your standing light because it's going to come out faster. Because I did do a really good frame by frame of it, down. But you can see like the very startup of that 2L. It was like 1 frame, but I pressed mine a little bit faster and mine comes out 1 frame faster. So always be aware of that in scrambles. Know your frame data of your jabs at least. Your mediums can be wishy-washy, but know the frame data of your jabs. Because that is life or death, especially in scrambles. Ooh, what the fuck was that? Oh, I think this will be a change to feature by me. Okay, now this is kind of be a tough situation to recognize because when I fought, even though I fought Jazz Rap for like a 30-minute set, he punched me the fuck out of this. So whenever I did a key blast into a vanish from this height, and you're on the ground, you can punish the recovery of this vanish with a 2H or 5L. So say you can do 5L into a relaunch, or just 2H into fucking whatever, or 5M really sometimes. But you can punish me in that sort of situation. So you don't always have to let stuff like that fly. You can punish a lot of things in this game that you may not have realized. It's just all about recognizing what the situation is asking for. You also gotta punish that beam right there. Don't forget, like I said earlier, beams are negative as fuck on block. You can punish a raw beam to the face. You could have stole your turn back, which is why I think on reaction that I reflect. Yes, that's why I reflected right here, because I knew I was negative. I was like, shit, he's gonna press a button, but no, you jumped instead. That would have been time to super dash, or like vanish and hold the vanish for a bait to bait my 2H. There you go. There you go. So, like I said, we do have. Listen, if you want to air dash after the 6M, it's kind of a tight timing, especially to get the conversion from it. That was just disrespect. See, okay, I had the same conversation with Tony. I don't know what it is with you guys. I know I make comebacks with Goku. The way I play him, my neutral is good with him. but you don't have to freeze up when he comes out. You don't have sparkle. Although I do have the overall lead. You have the momentum. So actually, I think if you did a beam, you could have punished me right there. You would have caught me in the backdash. But you did not. I caught you in the animation of walking forward and then landing recovery with my own beam. And then what I did afterwards, I literally took the fact that both you and Tony like to freeze up whenever like Goku comes out, and just went for the fakest shit out there. Double jab, 4L. It whiffed. I was going to dash it. I was going to do it again, then dash up as like a little dash check. Overhead, we were scared. Did jab into the medium fist. I could have killed you right there with the super, because I thought you were going to block it or mash out. Then just into a meaty overhead. All those were overheads. You could have guard canceled. You could have reflected. Hell, you actually could have mashed through pretty much all of that stuff. But that's gonna be it. I don't have a supplementary video for Wes because it's one, I don't feel like learning Vegito again, not gonna lie. But I will say for Kid Buu and Gotenks is to look up a player. You won't find him on YouTube. You can find him on Twitter though, and if you can see him in like a few VODs here and there, like tournaments. But his name is Fashow the Second. FASHOW THA2, the number 2 and D. He's a really, really good friend. He's probably the best player I know in person. He's ranked Pride Trooper. He knows a lot of pros too. Like half the pros like mid to lower tier pros. He probably knows them as well. He plays Gotenks, Yamcha, and Kid Buu. I think the order is Kid Buu, Gotenks, Yamcha. But look, you don't play Yamcha. His Gotenks and his Kid Buu are some of the best I've ever fucking seen. So definitely look him up on Twitter. You can find a few VODs of him here and there. I'll put a VOD in the description of the video on YouTube where you can see some of his work. But trust me, he's a very, very good player. What I will work on for you is to improve the neutral a bit. You don't always have to randomly throw out beams, and keep notice of where the enemy likes to stay in the air. Like if they do like to stay high up in the air, that's where you could jump really high up and then just throw out the beam. But normally it's better to just throw low beams to the ground and then cover them with a assist. Like if you're on the ground and they're in the air, you can cover that beam with a assist if they try to super dash to punish, if they try to jump in to punish. And then just work on your optimized combos. Because one thing I noticed, 'cause I remember when I lost to you the first time when we played a long time ago, I lost strictly in the neutral. It wasn't because you weren't doing big damage combos. You literally just weren't beating me out in the neutral. Because all the combos you were doing were just very, very basic stuff. It wasn't optimized in any way. They were just straight auto combos or just random vanish hits. It'll be like 5LLM vanish and then some bullshit like that. But you do want to learn the actual B&Bs for the character and learn how to hit confirm from them, not just from the medium starters, but from the light starters as well, and learn the 5H starters too. Because anything you can do to get more damage, because if you went out in neutral, you want the damage to capitalize on that. And that's what I do with my Goku Blue team, which is why I average around 4 to 6k per combo. Because if I take the effort to win you out in the neutral, I'm looking to do as much damage as I possibly can, then reset you to do it over and over and over again. But that's it. But that's it for this review anyway. I might do this again in the future if we do any more sets, or if you want me to do it. If you don't want me to do it, just tell me. If you want more, I can. Like I can even go to the replays and look at your guys' online matches and do the same thing as well for all three of you. Justin too. It's whatever you want me to do. But I'll see you guys in the group chat and let me know what you think. Peace.